Five.
Key messages.
What, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? The 5 key messages are slow the flows messages to decision makers. So they're the main things that we would like politicians, legislators, stakeholders to focus on and get right as soon as possible. We have got a decade of experience now in trying to understand what are the things that are going to make the biggest difference, and these are the top-down actions that we think should come first.
Urging Ofwat and water companies to realise the positive impact that SuDS and natural flood management can have on combined sewer overflows.
We know that the funding is unequal at the moment. We know that hard defences take priority and the money's go into those.
We would like to encourage the government to develop more green skills, jobs and expertise.
We would like to see Schedule 3 of the Flood and Water Management Act 2010 implemented as soon as possible in England.
To encourage the government to include natural flood management as part of the primary school curriculum.
It would be preferable if stormwater was left to infiltrate into the ground or return to watercourse, rather than connecting directly to the public sewage system. When thinking about flood risk management and pollution from storm overflows, it's important that SuDS and nature-based solutions are considered as part of a holistic system. Water companies can deliver the optimal combination of above and below ground infrastructure to reduce flood risk and reduce CSO spills and environmental damage. Under our legislation, developers and house builders have an absolute right to connect their properties to the public sewage system. Removing the automatic right of connection would solve so many problems. Schedule 3 and SuDS fits very well into the current public agenda calling for solutions to address the climate and ecological crisis, and also the increased public awareness and scrutiny over discharges from storm overflows.
Here in Calderdale we know that we need a range of natural flood management measures, but also we know that we need hard engineered options as well. We know that we need the whole thing here. The funding generally falls to hard engineered schemes, and we want that balance to change. We know that we can build walls, we know that we can hold back water, but what if we did it in a natural way? We know that a lot of NFM projects are owned by a community. They're community led by landowners and willing people that want to do that. We're planting trees, we're reconnecting water, we're using sustainable drainage methods, we're really bringing nature into everybody's community, and I think that is something that is so important. We need more funding for natural flood management, and we need it now.
Part of the ethos of Slow the Flow has always been education, and in the last few years within the Calderdale area we have been visiting many of the local schools in the primary area. Climate change, teaching children how they can volunteer, how they can become involved in their local community. It teaches children their local geography, gets them involved, teaches them the power of active citizenship, and that's been one of the really positive things. And we always want to engage the next generation, and this is what our programme hopes to do with Slow the Flow. Not just to promote local knowledge of an area, but to expand this nationwide and to make it realise that these local issues are also national issues, are also global issues. And doing that in the primary school curriculum is at the centre, catching that next generation of young people.
Schedule 3 of the Flood and Water Management Act has been promised to us in England by various governments at various times, and still we've not seen it come to fruition. What we really need is certainty and consistency across the country for how we're going to insist that these sustainable drainage systems are mandatory for all new developments. We'd like to see a huge amount of retrofit as well, but it would be a really good start to have this system in place that means that new developments have got to include green sustainable drainage, so surface water kept on the surface and adding to other benefits like biodiversity, public amenity, water quality, as well as the all-important water quantity, and slowing the flow of that water as it heads downstream. We have the tools, we have the knowledge, all of the professional bodies are advocating for this stuff. It's only that we just need society and developers to see that we can make this the new normal. We can do sustainable drainage instead of the traditional drainage approach, and it can save money if we are implementing all of this stuff as part of a master plan approach.
We want to make sure that we're prepared for when we see the full force of the impacts of climate change, and make sure that we've got the technical and practical expertise on the ground. Whether it's those who have got a specific career in natural flood management, whether that be a hydrologist, ecologist, land managers, we need to make sure that we've got them on board, but also those who are working in councils and combined authorities that are already carrying out this work, and making sure that we're supporting them so they feel empowered to make the suggestion that we can use sustainable urban drainage systems, we can use natural flood management, and we hope that the government will take this on board.